Good evening from Arizona, United States of America. Welcome. My name is Kringle Kim, and I wanted to share some of my wisdom I have acquired, and some of it was from being a part of this wonderful PVC Kringle Cash community. The first thing I always like to do is read the mission statement of the Billion Coin. Our mission is to serve one another with love and respect, and use the Billion Coin to lift humanity out of hunger, poverty, and misery. May the scales of ignorance fall from each that we touch, and may they each embrace a life full of abundance and prosperity as they accept our gift of free membership within the Billion Coin community. That within it, they can enjoy all the benefits of using a completely decentralized cryptocurrency that truly respects the financial privacy of each that use it. It's within our power to bring in merchants of all kinds from every corner of the earth to accept TVC for payment for their goods and services. May the Billion Coin reach its full potential one day when the community grows to 1 billion verified members, locking in the ultimate price of TVC to 1 billion euros per coin, which is now valued in gold, which would be almost 2.5 million euros, 2.5 billion euros, excuse me. Our mission is great. Our mission is good. May each of us do our part to fulfill it. I always like to read that because it really gives clarity to what we are all doing here today. The next thing I want to say is one of my quotes that means a lot to me. It is a quote by Nelson Mandela. And what Nelson Mandela says is, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. So this spoke to me because I know I was not always very confident. And I know possibly a lot of you aren't very confident. You have the power within each one of you to change the world. And you have taken the first step by accepting the gift of TVC Kringle Cash from whoever offered it to you. We are very powerful, each in our own right. Our power comes when we make something happen. The ability to choose how we live and to be in control of and confident of our own journey and express that in the world. And I really feel that by accepting the gift of TVC and Kringle Cash, you have taken that first step, because it goes way beyond money, which is a very powerful thing in this world. And by sharing the Kringle Cash, we are spreading that energy to everyone in the world, and using that energy to bring people out of poverty and hunger and whatever else, homes, running water, whatever else they might need. Every day I am very grateful for just the very basic things that not everybody in the world shares, like having a roof over my head. I live in Arizona, having air conditioning that is affordable. Just having running water. And of course, having something to eat and good water to drink. Very basic things. And that's part of my mission in being in TVC and Kringle Coin, is raising, let's help everyone in the world have that positive energy. So the first thing we need to do is acknowledge the fact that we are powerful. And we need to do that by declaring our power, declaring our intentions, our why, beyond receiving the gift of TVC Kringle coin. Why are you doing this? It could, for many people, it can be to get a house, whatever. But we have to, within ourselves, know why we are doing anything. And I'm not just talking about TVC and Kringle Cash here, but anything in your life. Why are you doing it? And when you decide, you declare your intention. You say, I want this. And that can be health, it can be wealth, it can be wisdom. I used to teach high school, and I used to tell my students when they complain about things that we all get what we wish for, whether it be good or bad. So make sure when you declare your intention or you say anything, make sure it is something that you want. Now, if you're unclear about what you want, it would be a good time to maybe journal about it, or, scrap of a napkin or whatever you have at handy. I think about the lady who wrote the Harry Potter books. She scribbled stuff on the back of a napkin. Also, the man who developed the first computer. He was sitting in a restaurant and wrote down his first ideas on the back of a napkin. It can be simple as that. But you have to be very clear about what it is you want. Now, if you're wishy-washy, that is what we get. When I was wishy-washy, that is what I got. When my intention was unclear, I felt lost. I didn't know where I was going. So you can look at it when you declare what it is you want or your intention. You are drawing a map, the first stop on your map to achieving what it is that you want in your life. So decide what it is that you want and declare it positively. And do this every day or several times a day. Whenever you're just sitting around, if you start to have a negative thought come in your head, remind yourself of your positive declaration. And the next step to declaring your power, or finding your power, is getting out of your comfort zone and deciding to do something that you have never done before, like TVC Kringle Cash. Some of you, find it very easy to share a good restaurant or a good movie, or, other things that you really like in your life, especially with social media these days. You have Facebook, you have all the likes and the dislikes, or, you're always hopefully saying positive things about what it is, that you do like. So this is something we do every day. But when it comes to sharing TVC, Kringle Cash, that might be something new to you. So let go of that comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone a little bit. You've probably done sharing of positive things, so you know how to do it. Now do something that takes it a little bit one step further. And what is the worst thing that's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing will happen. And the way I look at it is you're going to find out who you really are. And you're going to find out who your real friends are, too. The ones that will listen to you, that know and know you, they like you, they trust you. They're not just acquaintances, they're true friends that will support you in what it is you're trying to accomplish. Even if they don't agree with you all the time, they're still very supportive. And then I have to do, anytime I start something new, I have to take very, very little baby steps. I can't just go and do it all at once. I've got to make a list of my baby steps. Look at it like stairs in your house. I can't just zoom up to the second floor of my house. Whoosh! I've got to take it one step at a time. So I'm trying to gain confidence and empower myself. So I make a list of all the baby steps. Step one, okay, let's get these up, up one rung on the ladder. Step two, and so forth. And so each day, I do one new thing each day. I go up one step each day. And not only, and when I do that, I congratulate myself profusely. So you must do that. Even if it's just, I got out of bed today. Wow! Or I got out of bed today at a certain time to watch that Sun Button meeting on Monday morning. That's a really hard thing to do on Monday morning, get up early to watch the Sun Button meeting. And I know wherever you are in the world, but let's do that today. And then when you do it, congratulate yourself profusely. Wow, you did it. Pat yourself on the back. You did it. And then next day, go to the next thing on your list. And before you know it, it will become something that feels right to you. Instead of being afraid of it, you'll feel very confident in it. And I know I can use my own example. Here I am doing TV broadcasts. I have to tell you, I've known how to do it for probably 5 or 6 years. Not really. And I didn't really have the proper computer, or I had an old computer and stuff, and I didn't have the proper programs and stuff, but that's just an excuse. But through the last few years, I was doing my other business, and I wanted to do webinars. And I don't know, I was afraid. I don't know why. I never followed through on the webinars. I procrastinated. Here I was not getting out information that I felt was important in my particular business, which is other than TBC. And when they came up with the broadcasting stuff, my friend Stephanie, who offered me the gift of TBC Kringle, she says, Kim, they're going to be doing broadcasts during the 2nd anniversary in March. And I'm like, oh, wow. She says she was not in a place where she could broadcast well. So she says, let's do one together so I can use your computer and we'll be in on the same broadcast. And you know what? That was the nudge I needed. I found out how to do. I researched and got online, and I looked at a YouTube video on how to do a YouTube video. And I don't know how we came through, because we had a lot of challenges with it, but we were able to do a broadcast with her a couple 100 miles away, and me sitting where I am now. So first of all, that got me out of my comfort zone. And second of all, I learned something new, and I gained confidence in doing broadcasts. And the next thing we have to do to empower ourselves is we need to speak up not only to ourselves, but those of us to around us. We have to speak up and ask for it is what we want. I know my mom, bless her heart, she used to say, you got to tell me what it is you want. I can't read your mind. And you know what? None of us are mind readers. So don't expect anybody else to know by your body language or your mood or anything else what it is you need or want. You need to be very clear and make that declaration of intention with everyone around you. It's called good communication too. The next thing, like I was saying with the broadcasts, it's always good if you're starting something new to educate yourself. And especially in the TBC community, we have the broadcasts, we have the blog, which you should read every day. Again, I'll go through it. If you don't know how to get to the blog, go to thebillioncoin.info. You have to use login. you have to log in by using the same username and password you do on the Kringle.cash back office. And when you log in, then you're going to see some tabs, a couple inches below the top of the page. And if you go to the far right, it says References. Click on References, and then there's going to be a drop-down menu of 4 items. It's good to check out all 4 of those items. They're very interesting about TBC and Kringle.cash. But go down to the bottom one, it says Education, and that will take you to the daily blog. And then, of course, one of those other tabs is the broadcast. So you can click on the broadcast tab, too, at any time. So not only can you reach the daily broadcast from the Kringle.cash back office, but you can also reach them from the billioncoin.info. And so, and besides that, there's books, all kinds of books out there help you out. I know there's even free ones on Kindle, or if you have Amazon Prime or something, there's all kinds of free motivational things. Oh, and YouTube videos. I mean, you can go anywhere and say, help me do this, or help me learn this, and somebody has done a YouTube video on it. Another thing I do, maybe not everybody here does it, but I pray about it. So pray for help. And then usually what happens is people that are very supportive of me will show up. And that's another important step, is to surround yourself with people who support you. And hopefully for many of you, that starts with your parents and your good friends. And whether they agree with you or not, they are going to be supportive of what it is, what you declare that you want. And this is very, very important. If you surround yourself with people that don't support you, you're going to lose a lot of confidence. So you want to support yourself and be with people that will help you build your confidence, get out of your comfort zone, and help you with what it is you want in life. And I think that is what we are really all here on this planet to do, to be supportive of each other and help that. Sometimes when people don't support us, they're actually they want the same things, but they're kind of jealous. They don't feel confident that they can do it themselves. So, when somebody is negative, they're just actually expressing fear. But until you can suggest to them maybe a way you can help them with their fear. But in the meantime, surround yourself with people that support you. And always, always, always be positive of yourself and actually of everyone around you. I know it's not my job to judge anybody. Like, everybody in this world has something good about them. And, everyone has the basic, I don't know why it is we're born with fear, but maybe that's one of the things we're here to learn. But always be positive about yourself and other people. They're going to feel it. Judgment to me is negative energy, and other people feel that. So if you're going to judge somebody, judge them positively and not negatively. Energy comes in many, many forms. And it's interesting. I do a lot. For the last 30 years or so, I have done a lot with energy medicine and wellness healing. And I call it wellness. True wellness is when your body's balanced. But energy comes in many forms. It comes in positive thoughts. It comes when we do service for others, like being involved in TBC, Kringle Cash, and sharing the gift. Me, I view that as service to others. That has a very positive energy about it. And what is the thing that makes the world go round? Money. Money actually has energy attached to it. And that is the thing about money. Money has very positive energy when we share it or spend it. That is literally what its purpose is. For so many years, one reason we're doing TBC Kringle Cash is that so many years, 1% of the people have 99% of the money. Well, that money has no energy just sitting somewhere. It has to be out and being spent. And that goes along with the mission statement of TBC Kringle Cash, because we are out sharing the energy of money that's going to end world poverty. And when we're raising our energy, we are going to feel wonderful. We are going to feel, you are going to feel wonderful. You are going to feel much more confident about sharing the gift, hopefully doing broadcasts, and sharing the information you know and your experience and the wisdom that you've learned or the new things that you've learned. And to me, let's raise the energy in our own homes, pay it forward. And when we pay it forward, not only in our homes, it's going to expand into our neighborhoods. It's going to expand into our communities. It's going to expand into our country, whatever that may be. And I know it is the hope and declaration of everyone watching this broadcast. It will bring the positive energy to our whole planet, to bring not only the end of world poverty, but in doing so, we're going to bring harmony and peace to much of the world that is only, that is only lacking the energy of having enough food to eat and enough money to buy the things they need and things. So let's go out there and do that. And the last and final thing is, I just want to remind you, keep going up that staircase. Keep persisting. Another favorite saying of mine, I'm trying to think of his name. I'm sure many of you will know it. It'll come to me here in a second. But he always said, quitters never win, and winners never quit. And and I always think of that every day. It goes around in my brain and brain and brain. When I'm about ready to give up hope, I say, quitters never are going to win, but winners will never quit. So please, never quit, and keep persisting, because keep your eye on the prize or on the mission, and know, we get outside of ourselves and know it just isn't for us. It's for everyone. And so you're not just sharing Kringle Cash, you're sharing hope and energy and everything else. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you have a wonderful time sharing a wonderful gift. And thank you for listening. And Kringle Kim, talk to you later. Bye.